Hey guys, it's Startup Flippin' Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin' Hippos. Today's January 14th and it is a Monday, which means it is time for one thing and one thing only. What's sold on eBay? So as always, I'm going to take you on a quick walk through our Instagram posts from last week and show you our daily photos of our packages that went out and kind of talk a little bit about how our sales were and how many items we're selling per day. Last Monday, we had 25 packages for a total of 22 eBay sales and 3 on Poshmark. Pretty good weekend. Then on Tuesday, we had 9 packages go out, but we had 10 items total. 8 eBay sales, 2 to 1 buyer, and 2 Poshmark sales. That's pretty good for a Tuesday. Tuesdays typically our slow day, and that is right on target with our historical 0.5% sell-through rate. So that was a good day. Wednesday, we had 12 packages go out, 11 eBay sales, and 1 on Posh. As you can see here on Instagram, my comment was, "Holy sales, Batman." That is a lot for the middle of the week on a Wednesday. It's above our 0.5% sell-through rate and above our average Wednesday amount that we would typically sell. That's really good for midweek. And then on Thursday, nosedive. Y'all know online sales are a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. On Thursday, we only had 4 eBay sales. And you can see here that the hippos were sad. And then we shot back up on Friday. We actually had 9 sales total on Friday. 2 canceled, so they don't count. We had 7 packages go out today. And that's a pretty okay. It's below the 0.5% sell-through rate. But overall, from the past weekend through every day last week, except for Thursday, we did really good. So the week averaged out okay. You can see the hippos are happy. And then this weekend, we had a total of 22 sales. We only sent out 21 packages. Of our 16 eBay sales, 2 of those went to 1 buyer, and we had 6 sales on Poshmark. That's not a great weekend for us. And I'd just like to take a moment here for those of you that don't follow me on Instagram. I want to read my Instagram to you guys. So when you understand, when I show you a pile of 22 sales or 21 packages and I say, oh gosh, that was a really bad weekend, our sales are not good, and you're scratching your head like thinking, oh wow, I wish I could have that many packages, and you're wondering why I would say that this isn't a good weekend for us. While this may look incredible to a lot of you, for us it is only okay. And to other sellers, this would be a bad weekend of sales. It's all about perspective. Don't compare yourself to anyone else or your sales and business to other businesses and how much they've sold. Wherever you're at, you are amazing. Compete only with yourself. And I just wanted to remind you guys of that. This pile of packages here to us is below our 0.5% sell-through rate. It is a low number for us coming off of a weekend. This is a bad weekend for us. There are other sellers who would look at this and think that this is amazing and the best weekend they've ever had. And there's yet other sellers who would look at this pile and this would be half of what they should normally sell on the weekend, and this would have been a terrible weekend for them. So you have to put it into perspective. Every seller is at a different place in their reselling journey. Every business is at a different place in its journey and growing as you continue to resell. So it's all about perspective. Don't look at other people's big packages or big piles of packages and feel bad because yours was smaller. And I would also add, if yours is a lot bigger than most people's, don't let it go to your head either. Keep yourself humble. But everyone is different. Everyone has a different cost of goods, a different average sale price, a different sell-through rate, and everybody is at a different place in their reselling journey. So what may be good for you is bad for others. What may be bad for you is good for others. So I just wanted to put that out there. Wherever you're at, you guys are doing great. As long as you're working every day, you're putting in the time, you're listing, you're sourcing, you're doing all those things that you're supposed to do on the back end, and you're not getting discouraged, and every day you're waking up and doing more than you did yesterday, setting goals for yourself and beating those goals, you are right on track. The only person you guys have to beat, the only business records you have to beat are your own. So if you sold more this weekend than last weekend, you're fine. If you're sold the same, you're fine. If you had a bad weekend, guess what? You're still fine. Wake up Monday morning and list extra. But just don't compare yourself to other people. I know I stress that a lot, but it's not healthy, and you should really only be competing with yourself. So as long as you know you're doing good and you're improving, that's all that matters, guys. Wherever you're at, you're amazing. So I'm going to go over the highlights of our sales of the week. Now, we, for some reason, sold so much plush. Like, so much plush. Like, I don't even understand. Typically, the time of the year that we sell a lot of plush is in fourth quarter leading up to Christmas, which makes sense because we usually have a lot of recognizable characters and plushie from pop culture. And people are probably buying them for gifts and for collectors for the holidays. And then for some reason, we always have an influx of plush sales in August. We've never figured that one out, but we sell a lot of plush in August. I don't remember having a week where we sold a lot of plush like this last January. But for some reason, we sold a lot of plush. And guess what? I'm okay with that because I'm the plushie queen and I love selling plush. And I like to send all of my friends to their new forever homes. And this weekend, I sent a lot of friends to their new forever homes. Because we sold so much plush, I have pulled up every single one. I want to show you all of them. I'm not going to show you as much of our clothing sales from last week. We had a lot of the same stuff you guys see all the time. Our bread and butter jeans, our designer jeans, and a lot of the bread and butter shirts that Keith sells, along with some that were higher priced. And we sold a couple of oddball items, but I want to show you all the plush, so I kind of kept the clothing to just like actual highlights, or I'm showing them to you for a reason. And we just, you know, like I said, we sold a lot of our bread and butter items. And then for some reason, I'm selling a lot of jeans on Poshmark and not as many on eBay, which I'm not complaining because you make more money on Posh. People pay more for the jeans over there. They pay for the shipping. So we end up making more money when they sell on Posh. But I don't know. It's weird that I'm suddenly have like this influx of jean sales on Poshmark, and they're kind of stagnant on eBay. We're still selling like 1 to 2 pairs a day, but I just feel like we're selling more on Posh. But I'm not going to complain. That's fine. Just wanted to put that out there. That's part of our statistics of our sales from last week for you guys. So we'll start with Mr. Blue Poop emoji here. He's an 11-inch plush blue poop from the emoji family. And I accepted a $10 offer on him. This guy came in a bag of plush. Longtime viewers, you've probably already heard the story, so I apologize if this is a repeat. But in the summer of 2017, Keith and my youngest son found at a local thrift store these giant bags of plush for like a couple bucks a bag, and each bag had like 30 to 40 plush in it. And they went through all the bags, and any of them that had plush in it that were worth money, like the Disney parks and the Walt Disney store and the vintage pop culture, like the 80s and 90s things, they could kind of see through the bags. So they picked bags that would pay for themselves with one sale, because each bag was like $2 or $3. And the average cost of each item in the bag came out to like 10 or 20 cents depending on the bag. So this guy came out of a bag. So he's been around for a while, but I was willing to let him just go for 10 bucks. We already made our money back on that bag, and probably 5 times the amount that we pay. I will more than that, because that would be 10. Yeah, he's just pure profit right now, and he's been around for a while, so I just let him go for 10. And I wrapped him in tissue paper and sent him along on his way to his new forever home in a poly bag. And he's a Gaffa. I don't know that I would pick this up by itself, but being that it was in a bag with a lot of more profitable plush, that was okay. This teddy bear Easter bunny plush with the Easter bunny ears came out of one of those bags as well, so he's been around for a while. He sold for the full $11.25 on his 25% off sale. And he also went in a plush. Now his ears are posable, but they're like pipe cleaners, so I wasn't worried about them getting broken. So what I did was folded them over, bubble wrapped them to his head, and then wrapped them in tissue paper and put him in a poly and sent him on his way. This Boyd's bear I paid 69 cents for at our local honey pot thrift when that was still around. He is super heavy. I'm actually going to show you guys his weight so I don't misquote it, because he is super heavy. He it doesn't say here. He was like 3 or 4 pounds, you guys. He was so heavy. So I just put him up for $10 and then charged shipping on him because it was going to be so much for the buyer. And he went in a box. He went in a box because Boyd's bears are like collector's items. And they paid for the shipping, so he went priority. This Disney Frozen Olaf sold for the $13 that I was asking for. He was one, I think he was a 50 center out of the bin at the Goodwill. He has sparkles. He's a TY Sparkle Olaf. And Frozen is kind of starting to lose its popularity, but there is going to be a sequel coming out soon, I heard. So the Frozen dolls and plushies might pick up their popularity again. He shipped in a poly bag wrapped in tissue paper. This Chosen International bobblehead came in one of those big bags I talked about at the beginning. So he's just, you know, hanging out until he's sold. He's pure profit at this point. He has a little bobblehead. So even though he was only $12, we put him in a little box so that his head and his neck wouldn't get damaged in shipping. It's kind of like on a little stick or something. So he went in a little box, but he was still first class. He's real tiny. Wild Republic Baby Tiger. He was 69 cents at the local honey pot. I remember my son picking this one out. He's a Wild Republic Tiger. He was about a foot long. He's kind of big. He went for $12, and he got wrapped in tissue paper and sent in a poly. This Looney Tunes Space Jam Bugs Bunny was in the 50-cent bin, if I remember correctly, at the Goodwill. And I picked him up because he's Bugs Bunny and he's from Space Jam, which there are people who still really love Space Jam and collect Bugs Bunny, and to me it was a no-brainer for 50 cents. They did pay the $15 for him. We did put him in a box because you see the ball he's holding here? His hands have Velcro on them and the ball comes out. But that was in the way of us trying to put his hang tag against him and bubble wrap it so it would stay safe if we shipped them in a poly. So we found a box that would fit him, put them all in there nice inside a tissue paper, and he was first class. But I didn't want him to get ruined or anything because I'm sure that with what he is, he was bought by someone who's a collector. So we took care. We put him in a box. This Despicable Me Fluffy Unicorn, you guys might remember from a haul. And I am drawing a blank on what I paid for it. It might have been $1, maybe $2. I think it was $1.99. It's a cute little, it's cute. I don't know, she's cute. She's in the movie Despicable Me, but I just thought it was cute anyway. And I got the full $15 for it. We were able to secure her hang tag safely with bubble wrap. So we wrapped her in bubble wrap and then tissue paper and put her in a poly bag and sent her on her way. This is a pillow pet. You guys remember those. This is a Pokemon Pikachu pillow pet. Got it at a yard sale. I believe it was $1. And you can see folds up to be a stuffed animal, and then it folds out to a pillow. I got the full $15 asking price for it, and he went out in tissue paper and a poly bag as well, one of our larger poly bags, and he was first class. The buyer paid shipping on him So he wasn't first class. I didn't mean that. The buyer paid shipping on him plus the $15. And he weighed right at a pound. So he was a little bit cheaper to ship. I think I intended to put him in a box when I charged shipping, but he didn't have any hang tags or anything that could get damaged. So he just went in the poly and he went priority. They paid shipping on top of the $15, so that was fine. This Build-A-Bear Hello Kitty, I paid $2 for at a thrift store, and it is Build-A-Bear, as well as being Hello Kitty, and it is super cute. It's been around for a while because I held to my guns. I really wanted what I wanted for her. I had one very similar that was white. It was a white one with a pink bow, and it was Build-A-Bear Hello Kitty, and I got $25 for that one plus shipping. And then I found this pink one and picked it up because of how well the white one had done, and I got a lot of lowball offers on her and people that just weren't willing to come up. So I sat on her and held my ground, and you can see here that she sold for $25.80 plus shipping. She went in a poly bag as well, wrapped in tissue paper. She weighed over a pound, I should add. These are Not Your Daughter's jeans. Paid 99 cents at the Goodwill. I just wanted to show you these as a good example of why I pick up Not Your Daughter's jeans for 99 cents. I show them in my haul videos all the time, and I tell you guys they're one of my bread and butters. I wouldn't really pay much more than 99 cents for Not Your Daughter's. They used to sell for a lot more money. They used to sell faster. This is one of those brands. It's a good, solid, classic brand. I wear Not Your Daughter's jeans. They're good jeans. They have a following. There are people that really like these jeans and will buy them, but the prices have been kind of run down, and they are a little oversaturated, but they do flip pretty fast, pretty regularly. And for 99 cents, you know, they are one of my bread and butters. I accepted $19 best offer on these ones, and they had been around for like a month. You guys, these are the Chico's Sew Lifting I'm always talking about. The Sew Lifting, Sew Slimming Chicos. I don't source Chicos that are not Sew Lifting or Sew Slimming anymore. The only Chicos I will go and buy when we're outsourcing are the Sew Lifting or the Sew Slimming. They move pretty quickly, and I typically start them around 25. These particular ones right here were capris. And so I started them at 20. I didn't even comp them. I was just like, well, they're capris. They're not full length. They're out of season. So I just started them $5 less than what I normally would sell these for because they're not full length jeans. And they went in a padded flat. I was just double checking that. And they went for the $19. They've been around since, I believe I listed them in November. But again, these are out of season. They're not full length, they're capri crops. But still, they went within 2 months in the middle of the winter, so that's a really good bread and butter for you guys. I really wouldn't pay more than $1 for these, maybe $2. And in the summertime, you can maybe ask for like 22 starting for them. I just made the choice to do 20 because I know I start the full length at 25 and they're out of season, but maybe in the summer I would do 22. You guys have actually seen both pairs of these exact jeans, these jeans right here. You saw both of them in a haul video very recently, and I do talk about this brand on the regular. It's just my size. I believe you were able to buy these at Kmart. It may have been Walmart. They're not a mall brand even. They're like a Walmart, Kmart brand. But when I find them for 99 cents, I pick them up. They flip fast, and a lot of women enjoy this brand that wear the plus size, and these were in the store like maybe a couple of weeks, if that. I think it was under a week, and I sold both pairs to the same person. I had them listed for 20 each. I took for the two of them together $35.50, so it was like $17.25 a pair. And I cut her that deal because she bought both And I was able, oh my gosh, I'm Superwoman, listen to this. I was able to get both pairs in one padded flat. They are plus sized, and one pair on its own basically took up the padded flat. So I folded them together. I took them out and folded them together, and I got them in there. So yeah, I took $35.50 for 2 pair, but they went in one padded flat together, and I paid 99 cents each. So that was a good deal. I always like when I find the same brand, same size, very similar jeans like this when we're outsourcing, because I'll bring them home and list them, and more often than not, it happens all the time, somebody will buy both pairs because they like this brand. This is the brand they look for. It's their size. Hey, you have 2 really similar styles here, just different shades. They love it. They snatch them up all the time and buy them together. So I always like to find them like that on the rack when you're out. You'll see, like, you know, maybe 2, 3, 4 in a row, the same brand, same size. Pick them up if they're cheap enough, because if someone is a fan of that brand, they'll buy them. I wanted to show you guys this. This is BB. It is a gray full zip hooded little puffy coat vest. This brand is not something I would recommend sourcing if you're only on eBay. This is a brand that does good on Poshmark, and I like to cross post, so that's how this beautiful thing ended up in my eBay store. It was on our Posh Closet as well, and it's been around for a couple of months before it finally sold. I took $25 best offer on it just because it had been around for a couple of months. I was surprised that it didn't go on Poshmark quicker. This brand does well over there, and this is just cute. It's just really cute. I'm going to look at the size. It's a small, so that could have been why it took so long, because it's a smaller size. But yeah, I took $25. It shipped in the poly. It was first class, and I paid 99 cents for it if I didn't say that already. And then I wanted to show you this. This is my billo of the week for you guys. Lincoln Logs. Even if you find loose Lincoln Logs or sets that are missing pieces, pick them up. They're long tail. They take a while, but they will sell. We picked these up at a yard sale. As you can see, they wrote on the bag of these plastic pieces, goes to Lincoln Logs. We picked these up at a yard sale for $2. They've been around for a while. Like I said, they're very long tail, but this is like our second or third set we've sold of the loose pieces. We've sold the sets that come in the canister, and they're even missing pieces too. But as long as you disclose and you're listing what's going on here, people will buy them. We had a set that was like a ranch, and so I put in the description, like, has the horse missing the cow. You know, I just looked up what the original set had, and then I disclosed what was missing from the set. Now, because this was loose pieces in Ziploc bags, I just told them what they were getting. It's a lot of loose pieces. There were 188 wood pieces, 3 plastic roofs, a door, and other parts. And then I just made sure that I showed them everything they were getting in their photos. And they sold for the $23.44, plus they paid shipping. So this is a really good thing to get if you're out and you find somebody selling a bag of loose Lincoln Logs or a canister or a set. Even if it's missing pieces, you guys, if it's a couple bucks at a yard sale, pick it up, because here we paid $2 for this and it sold for $23.44, and they paid shipping. So that was a good deal. So if you see them, don't pass them up, even if they're just like loose pieces in a bag. I think I have at the end here. This is how we found them at the yard sale, just like that. And they sat around for a while, like I said, but they'll go. So don't hesitate to pick up Lincoln Logs, no matter if they're loose or missing pieces. That's the end of our highlights of the week, the things I wanted to show you guys. I definitely want to show you these Lincoln Logs and go over all the plushie that sold this weekend. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know how your sales are going. Let me know if you flipped or sold anything this week that was really exciting. I love to hear from you guys. Do me a favor before you leave and smash that like button. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos. Until next time, you guys have a great night.